So just when they get in rhythm, to spend a little bit of money, maybe replacing their valve springs every week, now they come to a track where they're going to turn this thing, 8,800 RPMs, 9,000 RPMs. And when the motor does that, parts start breaking. Jason Small into the wall.
Jason Small Construction Chevrolet belts the wall up high in the corner, rides the fence for a good long way, comes to a stop finally, and that will bring out, no doubt, a yellow flag here at the Kansas Speedway. So Small, who'd led early on today as well for a bunch of laps, 69 laps on the board, our fourth caution of the afternoon here at Kansas. And Jason Small took a hard ride into the concrete. You'd almost think that could suggest a tire problem again. Let's take a look from an onboard camera here, riding with Brendan Gaughan.
Yeah, you're right. Seen the smoke, right front tire.
Gaughan sails by on the low side with no problem. So we are under caution. Kimmel will be the restart leader, and he will put lap number 70 on the board this time by.
Rick, so much happening at that time. I don't know if you noticed it, but Eric Norris was right on Frank Kimmel. He was looking for to take the lead, and then Jason Small, right front tire into the wall. So a lot of action right there in that one lap.
So a tough break indeed for Small. That number 14 car was very strong all weekend long here at Kansas, and he's done a lot of damage to that machine.
Wow, I feel really bad for him. So many guys today that have really looked strong. Obviously we've had tire problems. We've had drivetrain problems with Portengay. Now we have a motor problem with Brandon Ash. And here's Portengay coming back out to get some points.
Looks like they did effect repairs on the rear end of that machine. Portengay's been running. They're going to fuel the car as your leaders come down onto pit road with 30 to go. Kimmel will come to the attention of the crew, led by his brother Bill. One set of tires, a little fuel ought to get him home with 45 miles of racing left. Let's go downstairs to Brent Stover.
Okay, Frank Kimmel is in for the pit stop. He's got the lead, and now Mr. Kimmel is taking advantage of the yellow flag, and they're going to get it done as quick as they can and hopefully get him back out there in the lead. Of course, he blew a tire earlier, but he's come back, and right now on lap 71, he's in perfect position to take this race down the stretch.
Right side tires only, though, for Kimmel.
Wow, that's interesting. I mean, with having a left front flat earlier, we've seen some tires go down, but, sometimes when you take right side tires only on, it'll free your car up, meaning that if he's pushing a little bit, right side tires will make the car turn better. So you never know, but here they are. They come out same way they came in. Eric Norris running second. There's your leader, Frank Kimmel.
Safety crew still up working on the 14 car. Jason Small into the wall at the top of turn 2, coming up onto the backstretch, and there you see Jason out of the car with the helmet off. Looks like he's kind of sore, though, on the backside.
Yeah, Rick, I don't like seeing this, but let me say it again. This is what makes our sport so popular, so famous. 200 miles an hour and blows a right front tire out and hits a concrete wall. I don't like seeing this, but what I do like seeing is that he looks like he's got his bell rung. He's got a couple people holding him up there and probably going to sit him down here and put him in the ambulance. Looks like he's walking off. Looks like a football player to me.
Yeah.
He's going to be all right.
Might have had the wind knocked out of him when he hit hard like that. That does happen in these situations at times. Kimmel back on the speedway, ready to try to win this one in the last 27 laps at Kansas. Back at Kansas Speedway, the NASCAR Winston West Series here on Fox Sports Net. 8th race of the 2001 Winston West season. About ready to restart after the Jason Small wreck, and that was a hard lick. Small out of the car. He's okay. But look at this, Kenny Wallace. Mark Reed will restart first. Great pit stop for Reed's team.
Wow, that's incredible because we documented the pit stop of Frank Kimmel. We just knew he was leading, and looky here, Mark Reed has beat him out of the pits.
So Reed in the 4 car will lead him to green in just a moment as the Small Chevrolet comes in on the hook. Not a lot of damage certainly to the left side, but the right side is where all the impact was in the Small team. That's a family operation. They'll have to go to work to get that car ready for the next Winston West event coming up in a week or so.
Yeah, let's give Jason Small all the credit in the world. Good job to Jason Small. Led the race. You were the guy, and ends with a crash, but you're at home watching this race, and everything will be all right.
Let's talk about tire wear for a second, Kenny. It's been an issue here today. Tires have let go in several cases. New racetrack, new asphalt. And as a driver, you don't really know how long you've got probably on these tires. You don't get much warning, do you?
No, you sure don't. That's why I'm wanting to give Jason all the credit in the world. I mean, here the guy had a great run going today. You kind of feel bad. We're up here in the booth watching this race go on, And like you said, you don't know when this is going to happen. Their crew chiefs have told them all day long, look, there's some tire problems, do what you can do. But in the same time, if you're off the pace, the crew's wanting to know what's going on. So, I mean, hey, it's Evel Knievel sometimes.
Well, Reed will be your restart pole sitter in the 4. That's Mike Duncan's 9 car. Remember, he had problems at the start of the race, couldn't get the car off of pit road. They finally did get it fired up. Duncan has not been up to speed. He is not on the lead lap. And right behind Reed, the 15 of Jack Sellers. We haven't heard much from Sellers today. He started 22nd. He's going to restart in second spot here, coming up almost 20 to go. We're not quite to that point yet, but shortly after the green flies, that's where we'll be. So Sellers with a good run as well in that 15 car. I'm not sure that he came into the pits during that last cycle. He may well be playing a track position game here in the last several laps.
Yeah, I think you're right. You got Mark Reed, who qualified 17th. Jack Sellers qualified 22nd. Look how big the 9 is on that car,
yeah.
Mike Duncan. That's the biggest number I've seen forever. Big number 9.
He wants to make sure everybody knows who he is. Green is in the air. 26 laps to go here at the Kansas Speedway. And we are back racing. Mark Reed down into the first corner off the start-finish line. Duncan trying to get a lap back. Portengay in the 3 trying to get a lap back as well from Sellers. The guy to watch, the 46 of Frank Kimmel, restarting 3rd as he's got Tim Woods in the 54 machine alongside him there. Woods not on the lead lap either.
Wow, 3-4 wide almost. They're going wild, race fans. It's towards the end. John Woods got his car adjusted on that pit stop. He's on the inside of Frank Kimmel.
Sellers in the 15 running in second spot. Tim Woods is there. Kimmel is 3rd. John Wood trying to get by him. And look at the move by Brendan Gaughan down below the line. Gaughan goes 4 wide.
That was incredible.
Mark Reed continues to lead. Meantime, great action off that restart. These guys know it's time to go now. What was Brendan Gaughan thinking?
He was thinking it's time to go. Went under the white line like a crazy man. Got that debris and pushed up into turn 1, but lost time.
Mark Reed is still your leader. Let's find out what kind of strategy his team is playing down to Brent.
All right, the current points leader, Mark Reed, is in the lead, and his crew chief, Jerry Pitts, joins us. And Jerry, do you have enough gas to finish this thing off?
Yeah, we can make it to the end. We opted to stay out and get track position. We could make it to the end. We stopped the last caution, and figured that was the only way we could get to the front. It's pretty hard to pass right now. We thought it'd be a lot better off staying out there.
You consider this a pretty big gamble? You consider this a pretty big gamble staying out?
It's a little bit of a gamble, but we were in 10th place. It was so hard to pass, we figured that's where we were going to end up anyway. So we figured we'll go to the front and make them pass us. They might be able to, but they're going to have to do it.
Well, one guy who just made a great pass, Frank Kimmel, whipping by John Wood's machine. Andy Hillenberg tuck it in behind as well as we approach lap number 80.
Rick, I just want to know what it is about this front straightaway. I mean, even Frank Kimmel just went under the white line down on the inside surface. So they love straightening out that front straightaway.
That's what you've got to do to try to make some time as we watch Kimmel trying to approach the leaders, get up and contend. Mark Reed is still out in front in the 4 car. And as you heard Jerry Pitts say a moment ago, they gambled on track position, did not stop with the rest of the field last time out. Last time the caution came out just a few laps ago. Here comes Kimmel in that Advanced Auto Parts Chevrolet, the 46 car, trying to steam toward the front. Tim Woods in the 54 is a lap down. Jack Sellers, though, in the 15, very much in contention here. This is for second spot now. Here's Kimmel to the inside. John Wood will go with him, and they'll get by. Sellers will be picked off by the machine of Woods. John Wood will look like a little contact there, perhaps, with the 15 car.
Wow, what happened with John Wood is what I pointed out at the start of the race. The white line is nice, but if you get underneath it too much, it'll make you lose. He almost lost it.
We'll be back at Kansas.